Have you ever wanted to say goodbye to spam and marketing emails for good? Well, Guerrilla Mail is an application that will help you to do exactly that. So anytime you're browsing the web and a site asks you to enter your email for whatever reason, instead of inserting a real one that you actually use, you can instead grab a disposable one from Guerrilla Mail. And it'll even show any messages that email account receives right within the app. So if you need a verification code or something similar, you're covered. All right, next up is Palette, an application designed to help you find beautiful home screen setups. And this app is really, really special because it's designed by none other than me. Yep, I finally get to showcase one of my own apps in one of these top apps videos. But Palette is your one-stop shop for exploring highly customized home screen setups. And what's great is that as soon as you find a setup you love the look of, just tap on it and all the details you need to recreate that setup on your own phone are available for you to download, either via the Google Play Store or directly from the app itself. There's even an entire section dedicated to home screen setups that have been featured here on my channel. And if you end up creating your own unique home screen setup, then you can also submit it for review as well. Now, this is the one and only premium feature found within the app, but if you want to score a promo code to this app, as well as a bunch of other apps featured in today's video, stick around to the end. Staying in the theme of customization for a moment, and if you're a bit tired of the plain old volume sliders on Android, well, Custom Volume Panel will help you to customize them. After you grant the app a few permissions, you just browse and select one of the unique skins available, and that will seamlessly replace your system volume slider with a much more visually appealing one. It actually works really reliably, and there's a few additional settings you can tweak within the app as well to really level up its functionality. Muviz Edge is a super cool application that's been designed to enhance your music listening experience. So with the app set up, anytime you have any sort of media playing on your phone, you'll get this really cool audio visualizer that will animate around the edge of your phone. You can obviously customize this pretty heavily within the app or even sync the colors from the album artwork. But what's even more amazing is that whenever your phone's display is off, the app will actually double as an always on display, which is also highly customizable. It's a really cool concept and the execution is top shelf. All right, Classic Power Menu is an application for root-only devices. Apologies to anyone who doesn't fit the bill here, but perhaps it might be a reason to root your phone. So, as the name indicates, this app restores the power menu found on Android 11 devices onto newer devices running Android 12 where it got disabled. I actually personally prefer the cleaner power menu from Android 12. However, I know a lot of people really enjoyed having quick access to their device controls and to their wallet as well. And so for those who really do miss that functionality, this app will bring it back. And so then we have Spectra, and this is a beautifully designed application that's primary purpose is to give you detailed insights about your phone. Pretty much anything you might want to learn about your device is here. So up-to-date CPU and RAM usage information, the various sensors in your phone and their corresponding live readings, even Wi-Fi and cellular information as well. And it's by the same developer as the Electron application, which I featured on the channel last year, so you know it's gonna have a fantastic design. Now, if you're looking for a fresh weather application to use throughout 2022, well, Dina is one such app that I just discovered on the off chance over on Reddit. This app is actually still in early access, so it might have a few bugs here and there, but its really minimal design alongside some unique features make it a super promising option for checking the weather. In fact, the app will actually ask you a bunch of questions during the onboarding process to then personalize outfit and accessory recommendations based on the weather conditions. Super cool. But if you're looking for a weather radar, then you might want to instead consider MyRadar. And as the name indicates, this app is all about showing you a detailed and animated weather radar to give you super precise information about the weather coming your way. It's easy to use and looks pretty nice, although there are quite a number of ads, so upgrading to the premium version might be worth looking into. And then we have Volumee, which is an app that lets you control any music playing on your phone via your volume buttons. Once you've granted it the necessary permissions, that's it. You simply long press your volume up or down buttons to skip forward or back respectively, and it works really well. And if you're on Android 11 or lower, the functionality even works with the screen off. And apparently this is something that will be fixed in a future Android 12 update as well. So keep an eye out for that. And speaking of music, if you're looking for a free way to download pretty much any online media to your device for offline playback, Spotiflyer is an app designed to help. You simply copy the link from wherever your media is located, so Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, the list goes on, and then you just paste it into the app. The app will then extract the audio information from that source and download it to your phone. Perfect. Now, before we press on, just wanted to take a quick moment to thank today's video sponsor, NordLayer. So NordLayer is an adaptive network access security solution for modern businesses. Essentially, if you're a business that relies on a network for whatever reason, NordLayer is an easy to use solution that will keep your network safe. So let's say you're a business that needs to provide employees with secure remote access to company resources, whether they're working on site or remotely from home. Well, NordLayer will make sure that process is easy and safe. Or maybe your business utilizes a stack of cloud-based applications that need to be accessed safely and on a number of devices and platforms. Again, NordLayer will streamline that process and make sure your network remains secure. Or perhaps you consider yourself a bit of an entrepreneur and your business has a stack of data that you want to protect with a robust network security solution. Once again, NordLayer is absolutely the right tool for the job. And what's great is that it integrates with existing infrastructure, which means there's no need for additional hardware, and it's been designed with scalability in mind, so that as your business grows or even shrinks, NordLayer will adapt seamlessly alongside it. So if you're looking to keep your network protected, then go to nordlayer.com/SamBeckman and use the coupon code LayerSamBeckman at checkout to get 20% off NordLayer today. Okay, you ever been out at the shops and you walk past the milk and realize you can't remember how much milk you have at home or whether it's near its expiry date? Well, that's where Nosh comes in. It's actually a food tracker inventory, and you can either input items manually or by scanning barcodes, and as long as you get into the habit of doing this whenever you buy new items, you're pretty much guaranteed to stay on top of what you need to buy at the shops or what you've already got plenty of. And more than that, the design of this app is incredible. Super clean and minimal, which is just my style, so definitely worth a look. Now, Taskade is an application that I featured in the form of a sponsored video on the channel last year, but we haven't worked together since then, and they are certainly not sponsoring this video. I just genuinely use the app so often that I figured it was about time I featured it in a top apps video. This is a real-time organization and collaboration tool similar to platforms like Notion or Slack or even Microsoft Teams, and it offers pretty much every feature offered by those other platforms completely for free. I personally tend to use it to keep a track of my work schedule and daily tasks, and because it's cross-platform compatible, it makes it really easy to open up on my desktop, but then also on my phone when I'm out and about. Highly recommend. But if you're looking for just a to-do list application, then you might instead want to try WaterDo. Now up front, this is a subscription-based app, and I know that's not everyone's flavor, which is why I wanted to mention it up front. But man, I've come across a lot of to-do list applications in my time, and yet somehow WaterDo still manages to be one of the most impressive and unique options thanks purely to its design. The idea is that you set up tasks as bubbles, and then whenever you've completed them, you double tap them to pop them. And the animations are really cool alongside all of the sound effects used as well. But then aside from that unique approach, it offers every other feature you'd want in regards to a reminder application. If you can afford the price of admission, it'd definitely be worth considering just getting the lifetime version of the app, and you'll be set. And staying in the realm of productivity, Proddy is a habit tracker application with a beautiful design that will help you in developing healthy routines. You simply give your habit a name, select which life area it's going to improve, as well as a few other details, but then you set yourself a reminder time so you know to stay on top of it. Once complete, you can track all of your habits on the app's main interface, but the entire app is just a visual treat to look at with really nice colors and icons used throughout. Now, speaking of developing habits, I'm sure we can all agree that reading a book definitely fits into that category. And yet, if you're anything like me, finding the time or even just the motivation to do it can be pretty tricky. And so, enter Volumee. This is a curation-based application that aims to give you bite-sized, easy to digest content. The app is filled to the brim with all of these really cool short stories, and they're all immersive as well, with beautiful images and graphics to go with, which just enhances the entire experience. Really cool. But if you fancy yourself as more of a writer, then Story Plotter is a really useful application you might want to check out. The main purpose of Story Plotter is to essentially transform your story ideas into more detailed plot outlines. If you've ever found yourself struggling to organize the flow of a story you're writing or to create appealing and relatable characters, this app will help you to do so. It can be a little confusing to get your head around at first, but with practice, I'm positive any aspiring writers out there will find this app to be an invaluable tool. Now, there's a bunch of audio recorder applications available on the Play Store, but a fairly new addition to the mix is MicCheck. This is a recording application with a Material You inspired design, and the developers say that one of their goals was to create a photo gallery style application, but for audio recording, and I reckon this is a super cool approach. There's a bunch of additional tools like tagging, adding timestamps, and you can even trim sections of your recordings, which is super helpful. And then we have HeyPal, and for anyone who's wanting to spend some time this year learning a new language, this app has a seriously cool approach to it. So everyone says the best way to learn a language is by being forced to use it in the real world, right? Well, that's kind of what HeyPal tries to capitalize on. This app actually connects you with users around the world also looking to learn new languages, and you can actually develop your own skills in another language by speaking to these users. Not every language is supported, so keep that in mind, but it's definitely a really cool concept. But if you're actually out there in the big wide world already and you need a quick tool for translation, then Talking Translator might just be the solution. This app is simple. You set whatever language you need to translate to, and then you tap the microphone icon and talk. That will then instantly translate to whatever language you've set on the other side, and it essentially turns into this like digital notebook that both parties can talk into and read from either side. Pretty cool. And so finally, for today's mammoth video, we have Harpy, a beautifully designed third-party Twitter client currently in early access. And man, I don't think I've ever experienced an app quite as smooth and fluid as this. Everything from the scrolling up and down on the main timeline to the switching between menus, it's just straight butter. It doesn't hurt that the interface itself also looks incredible, and to be honest, I've used other third-party Twitter clients in the past, but have never really considered switching from the main Twitter app itself. But Harpy is the first time I've seriously considered making the switch full-time. But that is all she wrote. If you enjoyed the video, then a sub would be greatly appreciated. And for those wondering about promo codes, I do indeed have a bunch of them to give away. So a huge thank you to each of the developers on screen right now. And as mentioned in last week's video, going forward, all promo code giveaways will be taking place over on my channel memberships page. If you've been wondering how you can support the channel, then becoming a channel member is an amazing way to do so and will greatly contribute to me being able to make more of the videos we all love. As of right now, there are 2 levels of the membership, and you can find out all about these levels when you click that join button. And there is of course no obligation for you to sign up, but as mentioned, that is where I'll be hosting the promo code giveaways, which includes all of the apps from today's video as well. I'll be posting today's promo codes roughly 24 hours after this video goes live. So if you want to be a part of this first roundup of promo codes, then you'll want to sign up before that window closes. But then if you're watching this video sometime in the future and you want to be involved in future giveaways, then as soon as you sign up, you will become eligible for the next month's promo codes, as well as all of the other channel member perks as well. Aside from that, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you to NordLayer for supporting the channel. Make sure you check them out using the first link below, and I will catch you later.